Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Sports Kabri. We're back with our IPL lives. We've run through four teams and we've got six more to go. And today we're going to discuss Mumbai Indians and the Delhi Capitals, their squads, how they've shaped up. And s- first things first, Mumbai Indians is our is one of the big teams, if you want to call it that. We're going to look at the squad. We know they had a very heavy retention policy going into this auction. They retained Rohit Sharma, they retained Surya Kumar Yadav, uh, Hardik Pandya, of course, captain Jasprit Bumrah, and Tilak Varma, no, if I'm not wrong. The five they retained, and it it's a very heavy Indian-based retention policy that they've got, and we know in Mumbai Indians typically have had a very strong Indian core that has given them so much success over the years. Um, I think if there was one thing that people would have said, hey, like last season, Mumbai are missing it, is that foreign quality. And through this conversation, I think we're just going to understand whether they've filled in those foreign slots, whether they've done a good job. Off the bat, this is what the squad looks like. Rohit Sharma, Surya Kumar Yadav, Robin Mins, Ryan Rickelton, um, Shirjeet Krishnan, Bevan John Jacobs, Tilak Varma are the batters. All-rounders are Namandhir, Will Jacks, Mitchell Santner, Raj Angad Baba, Vignesh Puttur, and Hardik Pandya. Bowlers Trent Bolt, Khan Sharma, Deepak Chahar, Ala Ghazanfar, Ashwini Kumar, Reece Topley, Venkata Satyanarayana Penmetsa, Arjun Tendulkar, Lizard Williams, and Jasprit Bumrah. So there are some notable foreign names, I think, in this squad. And again, going to you because you are the Mumbai Indians fan. What have you made of the squad? You think they've addressed what they were lacking?
To be honest, I was kind of underwhelmed the way we went about in the auctions. Like, okay, like it was evident that we weren't willing to overpay for anyone. Like at any point, if we were, put up with another competitive bid and our management felt like it was too much, we immediately backed off. I think that backing off left us a little bit too thin, I felt, because like you said, we've always had a good Indian core, and but then we've always had a good supply of either pace bowling or good finishing from like our foreign compartment. That is like right from the times of like Aiden Blizzard. Like we've had like Kyron Pollard, we've had batsman Corey Anderson, we've had batsmen who can come in heavy towards the end, and I feel that is one aspect. We had Tim David last year, and we've lost him, and we've replaced him with Will Jacks. And although Will Jacks, again, completely different profile of a batsman, I feel we are kind of still lacking in that spin department, and we are still lacking in that finisher department, because I felt the foreigners we went for aren't up to the mark. Like, of course, we've got Trent Bolt back. Like, so that is again one really good thing, because we're gonna get 4 overs from Trent Bolt, 4 overs from Bumrah, 4 overs from Deepak Chahar. If the ball is moving, if it is favorable conditions for lateral movement, I think Deepak Chahar and Trent Bolt are going to open. That means we're gonna have 4 overs of Bumrah in the end. So that gives us a lot of advantage, a lot of firepower in the end. But it still leaves us like, okay, Hardik Pandya can come in and bowl 3 overs, 2, 3, 4 overs, but we still have that middle overs somewhere. I feel we are lacking a little bit. And
No,
again, with the batting also.
yeah, I think the five Indians you will play, the guys who have been retained, we know that. And yeah, I think Deepak Chahar is the most likely to be another one who will play. So you're six there. Who are your four foreigners who are going to play? You're Trent Bolt, you're saying, I'm sure he's going to play.
I
Who are
mean,
the other three?
we have to play Trent Bolt. We have to play Allah Ghazanfar also.
You
That
think
leaves us
so?
with I mean Allah Ghazanfar and then Will Jacks, and I honestly don't know who the fourth foreigner is going to be, like, because it looks like we are going to straight up start with Robin Mins. He has been like, because we did want
Mhm.
him in the previous auction as well.
Yeah,
I
that I
think
heard.
Gujarat,
Yeah.
yeah, Gujarat got him ahead of us. So I think he is going to straight up slot in as our wicketkeeper batsman, or it might be Tilak Verma who is going to be our makeshift wicketkeeper. If not that, it's going to be Robin Mins. So I don't know who that fourth foreigner option is going to be. Like, is it going to be Reece Topley? Is it going to be Ryan Rickelton for batting or John like Jacobs? I'm not sure. I honestly am not sure.
No, I'm just thinking because if you already have Bolt, Bumrah, and Deepak Chahar, and you have Hardik Pandya as a fourth seamer, of course you're not going to play top. There's no point in playing five fast bowlers. You're not going to play toply. So Ryan Rickelton at the top to open the batting with Rohit Sharma. Surya Kumar
Okay.
Yadav, Will Jacks is your middle order. Then you have Tilak Verma 5 and then Hardik Pandya at 6.
I think Tilak
That's not
Verma would
bad.
come higher up. That's the worrying part. Like Tilak Verma would and I think should come like
Okay.
higher than middle or like
No, I think Mitchell Santom will play because you don't have another spinner.
Yeah, I think Santner
yeah.
plays. That's what even I
I
was
think
going to
they're
say.
gonna end up playing Santner. Like it's gonna be between Santner and Allah Ghaznfar
I don't
because
think.
he also comes with a lot of reputation. And the thing is, like Mumbai Indians have a history of like not easing someone in. Like we straight up put players into the mix and be like, okay, just start playing. Like they like we give them a lot of playing time. So I feel if that is what they're gonna do, I think we're gonna straight up throw him in the fray.
I think Santner also because he just gives you that extra batting. Like he'll bat at 7. You can bat him wherever you want, actually, to be fair to him. And he will do a decent job.
The thing is,
Adi, you,
doesn't
I
he flight the ball a little bit too much to the liking? Like he's just too slow. Like,
no, I think he can be quick if he wants to. Like I don't think
hmm.
he's one of those players I wouldn't mind at all. But Adi, I'm not feeling that threatened by this Mumbai squad. Like Adi, are you feeling like it's one of those Mumbai teams that in the past has made you worry? To me, I'm not. I just don't feel like it's the same Mumbai team. Like I'm not looking at it and saying, "Oh, dude, damn." On their day, it could look very dangerous. It doesn't feel. I'm not getting that feeling from this Mumbai Indians team.
See, I mean, on the day they can be dangerous because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do think they have good talent over there. But it is again, dude, like the way they had to build the squad was a bit funny because they wanted to retain all their five main players of Bumrah, your Hardik Pandya, Surya Kumar Yadav, Rohit Sharma, and Tilak Verma. So like, and they're all cap players, so you're going to lose around 75 crores there. So you really have no option in building a deep squad. Like that's the problem with them. When you look at the starting 11, you can say yeah they have a pretty good starting 11 because if you're having a bowling line of Trent Bolt, Bumrah, there it is pretty strong. Also having support bowlers like Hardik Pandya, Santner, even Deepak Chahar if he's fit enough and brings his form back. They're all handy players. When you look at the starting 11, it is pretty decent. But I just don't see the balance in the squad overall. Like, it's not a deep squad. It's not a. There isn't much balance in this. And
Hmm.
again, when you have a captain like Hardik Pandya, you don't know what you're going to get from him also. So it's like a mix of all. Like, they do have a bit of aging squad. They don't really have a lot of young players there because you have Trent Bolt, Rohit Sharma. You don't know if how long you'll get them for, and they're your main players there. And again, Hardik Pandya, Sky, people I still don't know what you can get from them also. It's like very erratic players. At least with Sky, you know what you're gonna get with him to an extent. With Hardik Pandya, he's pretty erratic. And as a captain, I don't know what's gonna happen. Will he still open the bowling like last year where, no matter what he was their opening bowler. Now they have Bolt and Bumrah. Will he still be the opening bowler? Like that's the thing, bro. I'm very interested to see what happens like overall.
Bro, I just think again, like when you retain players, no, like you're almost sure that they'll give you like a 7, 8 out of 10. And with the guys, Mumbai, especially with Rohit and Hardik Pandya, you're not sure you're going to get that 7, 8 out of 10 every game. Like you just don't know what you're going to get. Like Adi says, so erratic, and
Like
especially Rohit Sharma.
Hardik Pandya, with all the fiasco that happened, it only made sense that like otherwise they'd look even like it would look even more embarrassing if they didn't retain Hardik Pandya. And to
No,
be
that's
fair,
true. That's
apparently
true.
in domestic cricket, Hardik Pandya has been doing well. Like okay, you can give him some benefit of doubt to an extent, but Rohit Sharma is a complete question mark at this point. Like,
Yeah.
what is he going to offer? Like, I'm pretty sure even he
Bro, what, bro?
doesn't.
You don't want to show loyalty to your only captain that won trophies for you, huh?
It's true, but
So you what
everything
you're
you have
okay
to move
with
on and
him
move
going to
forward.
another team and playing for them.
See, if you stick with emotions, you're going to remain trophyless. you need to be a little bit ruthless. You need to be a little bit professional. You need to be a little bit cutthroat.
Yeah,
No,
so
but
you're okay with letting Rohit Sharma go?
Yeah, yeah. If that
Damn,
opened
bro.
up funds, yeah.
Damn. Damn, bro. Mumbai, no class, bro.
Why? Like there's
but
like we again like we have he's going to be our most successful captain, and it's
I
just
mean,
he's
there's
out
no
of
proof
favor.
to say that
So
Hardik Pandya is still a better player. So, like, you can't seriously sit and say,
true,
like,
he's
you
not
have
he's
played
not
well,
a
etc.
better player, but again, he won an IPL recently. He captained Gujarat to an IPL, and he's younger. He has promise of being of offering more.
how much
Yeah,
Simply
yeah.
put.
We
how
saw the.
much
I saw
promise?
the promise last year, bro. The promise he gave us. Oh, I loved it so
Bro,
much,
but
man.
tell me, like, how much promise is Hardik Pandya showing at 31? Like, it's not like he's 26 or 27. He's
Again
31 years
like
old.
again I'm not going out and like being all out backing for him and saying that he will be a hit. I'm just saying there are better odds of Hardik Pandya being a hit as a captain and as a T20 player than Rohit Sharma, like right now going into the new season.
Because of
So
what him being younger, like that's the only factor.
younger, he has something more to offer with the ball. He has something he can offer a little bit more with the
Rishi,
bat.
don't you think like Bumrah would be a much more reasonable option?
Oh yeah, I mean logically yes, like it definitely does make sense. But with whatever happened last year, I don't think I don't think you could have backtracked and been like, okay, you know what? After all this, we're still going to release Hardik Pandya.
No, he could have kept Hardik Pandya as the player and probably gone to Bumrah to captain.
Then
Do you
why
think
did we
that's
bring
wrong?
him back last year and appoint him as the captain
I
if
mean,
we're not going to
now
support?
he's already looked pretty foolish. The fact that you got him for all of that, and he really looked like he was a laughing stock. I think in the world of cricket at that point, right? Now release the pressure. Let him play
See,
his cricket. We know that there's a player in Hardik Pandya. I mean, if he would not be playing at this level if there wasn't. We know there's a player there. Let him play his cricket. And you know there's a very solid bankable option in Bumrah where you will get a guarantee. Like there will never be a conversation on whether or not you should drop Bumrah from your IPL team for a while now.
now, now,
Hmm.
if we were to change our captaincy at the start of this season and be like, okay, Hardik Pandya is not going to be our captain, there's an equal shout, an equal case for someone like Surya Kumar Yadav also. He's the T20 captain of the country. Now,
Fair enough.
on what basis do we decide like whether be it Surya Kumar Yadav or Jasprit Bumrah?
That's something you should tell us,
That
Rishi.
is, yeah,
It's your
exactly.
problem.
That's a
That's not our
conversation.
problem
Yeah,
to
that's not
think
our
about.
problem.
Exactly why it like amongst the baffling decisions that the committee made, the management made, this just seems like okay, fine. You want to you committed to a cause, you stick to it and you see what happens. But the
But
only
so you
downside
don't
is
want to
that
be ruthless and no emotions, you were saying, right? Like two
yeah,
minutes
I
ago.
like I
So with
do, but if
Adik,
they
the
solve something, you can't just completely throw it out of the window in one season.
I mean, if it didn't work and you go literally last in the table, I think there is no cause for it. There is a huge cause for it, right? Having such a good team and still coming last. I mean, that's a big thing.
See, it is
You
a big
can't say
thing, but
that.
then like you have supported that. You made a huge controversy, you made a huge decision. Again, nobody gave it in writing that it was going to be an instant success. I don't like if you had asked me, okay, like is it going to be an instant success? Are we going to be back to competing properly? No, I would have said no. But is it like was it? Would I have anticipated it would have been this bad? Probably not.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
bro, it's the same team. Like in 2023, you guys were in the playoffs. So like where was the and it was the same team, there was no change. So where was the thing where you're going like and you guys took out a main player in Cameron Green and got in Hardik Pandya. So where is the leeway to say that it's a transition period or like a period where your team needs to go through a huge revamp? Hardik Pandya is coming to make them take the next step. Like going from the playoffs, you got Hardik Pandya to go win the finals again. But it went in the opposite direction. And so going to the finals, you guys went down to the bottom of the table. So again, where is the conversation of, like
We
this
still
move needs time? You don't need time when you have Hardik Pandya. He's not a player who's going to come in and, he's a young captain. He has no experience. He has plenty of experience. He captained Gujarat for 2 seasons. So it's not really a sense of like what you're getting from. And Hardik Pandya's played for Mumbai Indians before. It's not like a new franchise also for him. So there is nothing new for him to sit and say he needs time or he needs more than one season to go there. And the idea was to get him in and win the IPL this last season itself. That was the whole point.
No, if you looked at our squad last year, nobody would have said we are gonna compete for the IPL
Rishi,
because
you have
purely
the best. You have the Indian captain at that time. You have the best Indian bowler, best bowler, T20 bowler, as you guys all say. You have one of the best T20 batsmen with Sky, Ishan Kishan, who is always shows
Ishan
promise
Kishan
in
has been
IPL.
horrible ever since that Dubai IPL.
No, but my point is there are experienced players. Like you can't sit and say they're not experienced players. Like that's my whole
So,
point.
so Rahul Chahar also worked in Dubai. So that doesn't mean Rahul Chahar works in Wankhede. Like just because a player
Rahul
works
Chahar
sometime
didn't
in the
play for
past.
Mumbai, right? He was playing
Sorry.
in Punjab. Why are we bringing in
Yeah,
Rahul
no, no.
Chahar?
I'm saying Rahul Chahar came in. He continued after the Dubai IPL that we won. He did come back and play in Wankhede where he wasn't good at all. So that's why we decided to move him on. Just like how we've decided to move on from Ishan
No, there
Kishan.
was
We
a
had
mega auction after Dubai IPL, and then Punjab just bought him for a lot of money because he performed well.
yeah,
I don't think
we
that's
did
the
yeah
topic.
we
But
didn't
we're
want
talking
to.
about in 2023 versus 2024, Rishi. 2023, you didn't have Rahul Chahar. 2024 also, you didn't have Rahul Chahar.
Yeah, my point is
2023,
these
Rohit Sharma
had
took you guys to
players
the
who were out
playoffs.
of sorts we needed to get rid of. Like your Ishan Kishan. Like ever since his Dubai IPL, he has been overpaid for and has underdelivered constantly. Again,
But
Cameron Green, you
but
mentioned Cameron Green, he's okay. He scored one century, I think, in the last 2 years against SRH. Other than that, he has been a proper disappointment. He has been the
for you,
biggest
not for
frustrating
RCB
player.
fans. I don't think for RCB fans he was ever a
I mean, if you're like
disappointment.
that is what cuts for RCB to be called a good player, okay, fine. But then again, it was
Oh,
never
by the way,
That's
good.
such an
this is
harsh,
sad to
I
see.
mean, he did pretty well.
No, not bro. If you call that well, if
Okay,
you
Rishi,
okay,
call
tell me,
that
okay,
Cameron
okay,
Green
Rishi,
season as well,
tell me what was so lacking with Cameron. Okay, so you took out Cameron Green, who's a very
runs,
poor. Let me get this logic right. You took out Cameron Green, you got India's best all-rounder in T20, which is Hardik Pandya,
mhm,
a proven winner. He's taken Gujarat Titans to consecutive finals, etc. Coming to Mumbai Indians, he has the best bowler in the world. He has the best India's captain right now. He has, Surya Kumar Yadav, one of a very talented player in Tilak Verma. He had a couple of good Indian uncapped players also. What is so lacking in that squad where you can sit and say, okay, from 2023, where Rohit Sharma took the team to the playoffs, in 2024, you're suddenly second last in the table. Like, it doesn't make any sense to say that no, it is a totally different
five,
team.
five,
And
five
what for again, you've
in
taken
the
out
IPL.
Green, who
You
took you
look
guys
at
to the playoffs.
contributions from your remaining players also.
no, I think,
5 to 6 good
but
players
to be
don't make
fair,
the IPL.
I think it was the guys who the big players who didn't perform for Mumbai, not the other
Exactly.
ones. Piyush Chawla did very well. I thought Piyush Chawla was
Piyush Chavla
quite
did.
good for Mumbai.
Piyush Chavla was one of the only players who were consistent for us,
That's
and
the
that
point,
is that
Rishi.
is concerning.
That's exactly the point. The point is like the big players didn't do well. It was not a case of
So the
like
big
the
players,
rest of the team
who are
didn't
these big
deliver.
players? Like your Ishan Kishans, like your Cameron Greens, like your
Cameron Green was not
we
playing for
bought
you
a
last
cricket
year.
attacks card of Jofra Archer.
Rishi, Cameron
It
Green didn't play
Was
for
not playing for you.
never
Mumbai Indians last year, my friend.
available.
Mumbai Indians, Cameron Green was not playing for Mumbai Indians last year. That's what I'm trying to say. Hardik Pandya was your Cameron Green
Hardik
replacement.
Pandya was not there. He didn't show up for the entire season.
Yeah, Hardik Pandya, agreed. Hardik Pandya didn't have a good season. In fact,
Yeah.
he didn't even have an average season to begin with. So
Yeah.
now that we've created this whole controversy, we can't just backtrack from that and be like, you know what, this whole thing happened. In retrospect, we shouldn't have done this, and then gone back to another decision that will again create a
I just
controversy.
have actually one question, okay?
Huh.
You said Cameron Green didn't work for you. Were
Yeah,
you happy that he was moved on in 20 after 2023?
yeah, I was
Then what's the issue if Hardik Pandya has moved on in 2024?
to move Hardik Pandya.
Yeah.
Because again, he's an Indian player. He's a domestic player. He's not going to fill up a foreign slot.
No,
First thing.
Rishi,
Yeah.
no matter what, you upgraded on Cameron Green.
What do you
You took
mean?
out Cameron Green, you put in Hardik Pandya. So it doesn't matter about the foreign spot. It matters that you upgraded in that position.
It's
So
still we're still
your whole
having an
conversation
Indian
about
player
Cameron Green,
versus
what is the
a
difference between
foreign
having
player.
Cameron
First
Green
of
versus
all,
having Hardik Pandya?
yeah. So first of all, there's a difference in having a foreign slot occupied by a player who's not playing well, compared to like for a slot taken up by seven, like one of seven players by an Indian player. You're telling me there is no
Rishi, it
difference in that?
doesn't matter. For
How does
example,
it not
tomorrow,
matter? If
wait, can you
you have
understand?
you have four
Imagine
see,
foreigners.
That's an unfair conversation to have, Rishi. Like
Rishi,
that's like saying it doesn't matter if you're not performing. An Indian slot doesn't matter. It's like,
No,
exactly,
play whoever you want. It's
no,
fine.
I'm
exactly.
saying there is a little, of course, am I, see, I was never a big fan of the whole situation that happened. I wasn't the happiest when Hardik Pandya was brought in the fashion that he was brought in. And I wasn't the biggest supporter of his or the fan of his when this whole thing panned out and the season went the way it did. Because of course the rivals or the fans, the media are going to create the narrative that okay, because of this whole thing, these all added fuel to the fire that caused the catastrophe of the season. So I was never a big fan to begin with. But
Okay,
the
Rishi,
fact that
Rishi, can I just ask you one thing?
yeah, yeah.
So, Green has played 2 seasons in the IPL, okay? So,
Mhm.
one season he played for Mumbai Indians. I just want to bring out his stats and tell me if these are the stats which you don't like, okay, of a player, right? In 2023, he played 16 matches, right? He played all
Okay.
16 innings. He had 7 not outs. He had 1 century, 250s. Okay, his highest score was 100 runs. His average
Again,
was 50 point
SRH, yeah.
50.22 and a strike rate of 160. So, are you calling this as a very average player? Is that
Do you
your
realize if you
that
stay in those 4 innings or 5 not outs that he has, if he's not out scoring 1 run in 2 balls, his average is still going to shoot up. So that 50 average is extremely
No,
pointless.
okay, we take that point, but he's still striking at 160, Rishi.
160 exactly?
Okay, and okay, RCB, he's not had in the same number of not outs. He struck at 143. His
Yet you
average.
guys are saying that he's a good player, or you guys are saying he had a good season for RCB. Like
Well,
that
Rishi,
is
for us, he was clutch. I was happy we had
No,
him. He was
I was
very
happy with
important for us.
Green.
I don't
No,
care
but
about what you say.
no, but this is the conversation, Rishi. You're saying you're not okay with a guy who has Cameron Green stats. He was striking at 160 at Mumbai. Got nothing to do with his average, okay? But you're
okay.
okay with Hardik Pandya averaging 18. 18.
I'm not okay.
See, that's the question. Are you ready to pull the trigger on Hardik Pandya and kick him out now?
If no, right now, no. But again, if
Why?
this season that happens, if this season he continues to fail, then yes, then treat them the same
Mm.
way. But then again, we should have been that cutthroat with Rohit Sharma as well. If it were up to me, we shouldn't have paid so much for Rohit Sharma. We should have used that money more wisely. We could have built a much better squad. With the like, what is Rohit Sharma like? Let's be real. What is Rohit Sharma going to offer to us this season? Like,
Mm.
I don't see him scoring like more than say 350s for a
But he's
player.
done that throughout his career, Rishi. Throughout his career, he's never scored runs for Mumbai.
That's true.
The
But then again,
important part of Rohit Sharma was his
then
captaincy and his
correct. Now
whole
that he's
point
not
of
the
keeping
captain,
the team together.
what more does he have to offer?
Yeah, no,
No,
that's fair
But
enough. Like that, that's I
but
think
the
that's fair enough.
conversation is you taking out Hardik Pandya. I mean, taking out Rohit Sharma, getting Hardik Pandya. The whole point of Rohit Sharma was in Mumbai Indians playing IPL continuously was his captaincy. It was not really about his performances in IPL. Like generally, he had other players who were pretty clutch. The whole
Okay.
point was having Rohit Sharma as the captain, as the glue to that franchise. A
Okay.
franchise in the beginning never had any success. With Sachin Tendulkar, Ricky Ponting, all those players, but was the one who came and created something in that franchise.
True.
He also kept the glue. He also, nurtured. I wouldn't say nurtured, but under his captaincy is where like players like Bumrah, even Ishan Kishan to an extent, Sky, everyone
Even
thrived.
Hardik
So
Pandya, to be fair.
yeah, at that time, and Krunal Pandya, others. So like
Yeah.
we can't really. That's the whole point. Like getting in Rohit Sharma as the captain is more important to the franchise. Just a couple of, not even couple. Like last year itself, you guys were in the playoff with the. That's what I'm trying to say. You had the same team last year versus this year, and last year they went to the playoffs. What changed in that one year? Where you upgraded, your Cameron Green position also. Now you've got a beautiful upgrade. Now why is it gone downwards versus upgrade? That upwards. That's the conversation we're trying to have.
See, again, I'm not. I was never in support of the whole fiasco of Hardik Pandya coming back. I never supported it to begin with, because I agree with what you say that Rohit Sharma was here because of the captaincy. Now that you remove the captaincy factor, what is again this question needs to be asked? If you are bringing in Hardik Pandya and if you are making him the captain, that automatically questions the spot of Rohit Sharma in the team, because what you said is right. Like Rohit Sharma was there as the captaincy figure, as the glue. Now that you want to move on from that, Rohit Sharma, the player, is not going to be contributing. So, why did they have to why did they have to continue with him as a player and pay the premium bucks? Like that is a question that should be asked.
Mm,
And
So
I
that is what it means. Like they're not really that cutthroat as you think they are. They're also into
they should
emotion
have,
where they're
that's true.
yeah,
okay
they
with
should have.
having Rohit Sharma.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's the first thing I said. Like I think when we started discussing them, that's the first thing I said, and that's when you guys asked me like, oh, "Damn, should you have been this cutthroat?" I was like, "Yeah, we have to be."
And to be fair, when you're talking about this, Rohit Sharma had is one of his best seasons this year over the past 5 years. By the way,
Again, that's is that
I
good
not
enough?
even 5 years since 2017 till 2024. Last year, this year was his best IPL season
Yeah.
overall.
Let's quickly like address like of course there's some areas of concern. Rohit Sharma, Hardik Pandya. We'll see how they shape up this IPL. Slight worry with spin in the spin department. Rishi, no leg spinners. Kan Sharma probably the only one. You're worried
Yeah,
there's no spin options at all.
I mean that's been there for a while now, and it's still applicable. Like I'm still worried who is going to be that consistent spinner. Like if it's Mitch Sandner,
Mm.
okay, but if Mitch Sandner continues to be like put under the pump by teams, like Mitch Sandner hardly got any game time like in the last few years. Again,
Yeah.
if he's going to be the mainstay spinner, if we have no plan B from him, it's straight up Karan Sharma. Karan Sharma hasn't been great for a while now. So where do you go from there? Like it is kind of concerning from the spin department and from the pitch
Mm.
hitting department.
Yep, yep. Fair enough. Okay. Moving to Delhi, guys. This Delhi side looks actually not too bad. I can't even lie. KL Rahul is the big name signing that they've made. Harry Brook has come in as well. Got back Fraser McGurk in the auction. Karun Nair, Faf du Plessis, uh, again to add that experience to their squad. Donovan Ferreira, Abhishek Purell, and Tristan Stubbs round up the battle. The all-rounders are Samir Rizvi, Ashutosh Sharma, Darshan Alkande, Vipraj Nigam, Ajay Mandal. Then you've got Manwant Kumar, Tripurana Vijay, Madhav Tiwari, and Aksar Patel. Finally, the bowlers Mitchell Stark, Natarajan, Mohit Sharma, Mukesh Kumar, Dushmanta Shamira, and Kuldeep Yadav. I like the look of the squad. I think you start, of course, with the players they had already last year. So you're expecting McGurk, Fraser McGurk, Abhishek Porel, Tristan Stubbs, Aksar Patel, Mukesh Kumar, Kuldeep Yadav will play. Mitchell Stark will play. Of course, KL Rahul will play. Eight players already done. It looks like Harry Brook will play. 9 players there. You literally already have 9 players there.
Or left arm pacer in Natarajan.
Natarajan will play. It looks like one of those.
And Stark.
Yeah, Stark. Yeah.
With
So
Star, Rahul mentioned, no? You didn't?
yeah, I mentioned Stark. So the 4 foreigners, I think, probably pick themselves here. Stark, Stubbs, Fraser McGurk, and Harry Brook. I'm guessing it's not
Harry
even.
Brook or Faf?
I think Harry Brook, bro. I don't think they've gone far as a step. Like it looks like it will be Fraser McGurk and Rahul to open the batting. I don't think there's a spot for Faf at the top of the order.
Won't Faf be the captain?
I think KL is going to captain.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty certain Faf doesn't have a spot to start in this team. It just looks like that those are the 4 foreigners they'll go with. I really think and they look like one team that's already settled. Like you know what they're going to play. They've got Kuldeep Yadav, they've got Aksar Patel as their 2 spinners. They've got the pace department sorted with Stark, Mukesh Kumar, and Natarajan. If they want a fourth seamer, they can play Mohit Sharma.
Mohit Sharma, yeah.
If they want, they could also go Darshan Alkande as that all-round option who will give you some bowling as well. They just look like a very, very, very solid team. Bro. I can't find too many faults in this team. You guys, think this is one of those teams that looks solid, that looks geared up to win the IPL because I can't find a fault, bro. Like, what are they missing?
Indian batting, maybe other than if
I think
KL
KL
and
will do well.
Abhishek, like again, other than KL Rahul and Abhishek Purell, like who else is there from Indian batting perspective?
But
Like,
they're not looking at Indian batters because they have Brook, McGurk, and Stubbs to bat,
Hmm.
and they have Aksar Patel. So I don't think they need another Indian batter to contribute. No,
That's
I
true.
don't think they need anybody, bro. Like, there's such a stacked
But they have KL Rahul, they have Ashutosh, they have Akshay Patel. I think
yeah,
they have.
they have enough batting. But it just looks like one of those very well balanced teams. Like I don't find any faults here.
I don't believe they're well balanced, but yeah.
They are because you've got a spinner, you've got an off spinner, you've got pace.
But
Some
I
pace.
don't
Really,
think
they
that
have
I
Ashutosh
don't think
Sharma
their bowling
also. Are you
really
like?
comes.
You guys think Ashutosh Sharma will play? I actually think he might come in as an impact player and
Yeah,
come
you
in.
probably will come in
Doesn't
as an
matter.
impact player. Doesn't matter because like they've got like that one extra option. Anyways, Indian batter they could go to somebody like Ashutosh Sharma. They could go to Darshan Nalkande. They could go to uh, Karun Nair if he really wanted it. So they've got a few options. I don't think. Yeah, why? I can't see any fault. Like they've. You think that bowling is
Bro,
on?
for me, it's just that every player in that team, apart from maybe Akshay Patel, is a hot and cold player. Like, I'm sorry to say, again, we are putting too much into these players because, again, you look at Fraser Magak, he struggled since the last IPL. He hasn't done much in the international setup also. And again, he is a hot and cold player. And same with Harry Brooks. Overall, in his
Oh,
career,
bro,
he's still.
Harry Brook I think is in the form of his life.
Same with
See, the
Tristan
point of.
Stubbs. Stubbs has really matured
Yeah,
ever
I think
since like,
Stubbs is really
IPL.
matured as well. Harry
Bro,
Brook is
I'm sorry. Stubbs was struggling against India B in like 2 weeks ago. Like, my whole point is everyone there are very hot and cold players. We've not seen enough of these players to sit and say these guys are going to come. It is they are banking on the future. We can think we know what we can get from players like McGurk, players like Harry Brooks. We have seen to an extent. Like when they go, they go. But overall, in Indian pitches, it's a different story. When you don't have flat tracks, it's tough to play cricket out here.
no, but they did play 7 games in
Harry
Delhi.
Brooks seriously struggled in India though to an extent. Like
Yeah, but
when he played IPL, he struggled.
like that was like a few years ago, and I think Harry Brook is a different player now, and I think, bro, he's
Oh, but
England's best
I
player.
think these players still struggle to play the spin. Like I can't see one player there who can play the spin well. Like for example,
Bro, in Delhi, how much spin will you play? You're not going
but
to play.
Rahul. But my point is, you need a team to play all over India. That's the whole point of having a
No,
well
that's true,
balanced
dude.
team.
Like, but
But I seriously
you've
don't
had
see one
KL
player who
Rahul,
can play the
you've
spin well.
got KL Rahul who to do
KL
that.
Rahul,
Exactly why I mean, like, no one's explosive enough. Also, like, if you want to talk about KL,
Bro, I think
like,
this is a very good team, bro. I can't. I think it's a very explosive team. Like if Fraser McGurk gets going, Harry Brook gets going, Stubbs gets going. That's a lot of power.
no,
I feel
somewhere
like we
I
can talk about that with every team in the world. Like every batsman gets going, everyone is dangerous.
No,
For
no, but
example,
like this is a. I can't say Harry Brook is not
bro, Rahul,
playing well
just
now.
go back to Mumbai Indians. If you say like if Rohit Sharma gets going, he's the most dangerous batsman in the
No, but
world.
he's not been
Like
got. He hasn't gotten going. Like my point is Harry
even
Brook
Fraser
has.
Magak, he hasn't been gone going in the
No, but
T20s
I'm
formats for
talking about.
Australia.
Okay, see, Fraser McGurk is one of those players you can say, okay, fine. Like it's a hot and cold
Bro,
player. You don't
but you
have
look
enough
at
sample
Stubbs
size.
also. Sorry, but Stubbs struggled in the T20 World Cup this year. He played
Bro,
pathetically. I'm
which
sorry to say,
batter
like
play?
T20
Nobody had a
World
no,
Cup,
no
but
batter
to
had
be
a good
honest,
World
who
Cup.
didn't
Yeah,
struggle
who
in
didn't
that?
struggle? Yeah.
Rishi, what
It's
does that
just
even mean? I'm trying to say that it comes down to the point of these guys are not a well balanced team just for the fact that no one really can play spin well. Brooks can't play well. Stubbs can't play well.
They don't need to.
Fraser
It's like
Magak is
this.
the only one who can play to an extent if it's not turning enough. And that's
Bro,
my point is I don't think it's a very well balanced team. You can look at on the paper and say they're very explosive. Looking at it, even I'm scared of their batting lineup if they go on their day. But overall, I still think you can run them over if they don't know how to play cricket on the day. And it's as simple as that. Like all the
like I
players are still.
they have the balance with in the sense that what KL Rahul and Abhishek Pural brings, like they are a little bit slower than these guys. Like I think last year also Abhishek Pural played well against Mumbai when they lost some quick wickets. I think Abhishek Pural initially played them out, played Bumrah out also, and then got going. I feel these two are like the kind of probably the a little bit on the slower end that you need to balance it out with batsmen like Fraser
But
McGurk
I'm not
and
talking about slower end. I'm talking about playing certain phases. I don't think everyone can play certain phases. Again, all of these guys are top order players, first of all. I don't think there are depth who can come down three, four, five. Like Harry
I
Brooks is
think
a guy who comes number
Stubbs
one,
is a
number
proper
two.
Tristan
floater,
Stubbs is a
bro.
proper middle order
He
batsman.
can bat.
He comes number one, number three, and number four for South Africa, by
Yeah,
the way.
that's okay, Radhi. Like in the IPL, he's played at number 5 and number 6, and he's done well. It's not like he hasn't done.
Yeah, bro, I get it, but my point is these guys are all hot and cold. Like with all the teams, these guys are very young. So I don't think we can sit and say we know what we're going to get from them.
Bro,
And
I
that's the
don't
thing with
think.
Fraser Maguk, we've seen him struggle in the highest form of cricket, in which is international cricket. Stubbs, I personally, I don't know what you guys have seen, but I personally don't think he's been playing well for South Africa. He didn't play well in the T20 World Cup. If you're talking about good
I think
batsmen,
the
you have to
three matches
play.
against India, Stubbs 43, 12, and 47. That's not bad. That's not struggling.
They played 4 matches, right? First of all, but anyways,
Yeah, like sorry, the fourth one. Sorry, yeah, four, and then 11. So it's not
bro.
like
But
he
what was the
hasn't
strike rate?
struggled.
What was like the? I think in two of those games they were chasing something 200, and
Yeah, he didn't get help from anywhere.
oh come on, they had class and they
Was
had
he
players
Yeah, that's his
playing
only
well.
class.
was he their top scorer? I'm pretty sure at this with this much, I don't think anyone scored more than that in the series for South Africa.
No, and last year, bro, he struck at 190. That's insane in the IPL.
No, I
Of
saw
course,
what he did in the IPL. That's fair, but my whole point is they are very hot and cold, and that's the only point.
bro,
Like,
I, I,
if,
I,
Like, I
I
feel
can't
it's
say
like it's
with
unfair
Stubbs
to club both Fraser McGurk and Tristan Stubbs in the same hot and cold category
same
because
thing. I
I
think
100%
Stubbs is a
agree
player.
that when you say that Fraser McGurk is a hot and cold player, like he is one of those players who either you're not going to get a middle ground, either you're going to get 1 in 2 balls or you're going to get 40 in 10 balls. Like there's no middle ground. But I feel Tristan Stubbs, it's a bit unfair to put him in that
Yeah, I think Stubbs is a more like
complete mature
he's
player.
not a newbie. He's been around
Yeah.
for a bit, and I think there's a player there. I really think, and same with Harry Brook, bro. Like his last three T20 innings, 25, 53, and 47. It's
but Rahul, we are
But
talking about
Brook,
in
I
India, you need
yeah.
players who can play spin, and I'm coming back to that
no. My
conversation.
point is,
Apart
in
from
Delhi, in those 7 games, they will not have to play spin, and
But that's
if
but other
and
teams
when
can come and
saying
still bully them. That's my whole point. You need players who can ball spin. Or in Delhi, if you have a good spinner who can take you for the mic, like you, then you're going to lose a lot of batsmen. But you're still going to play spin. You're still going to struggle at times. Maybe not. Maybe you are. The whole point is you need to have. And again, when you're building an IPL team, you have to build IPL team overall explosiveness where you're going to play in different pitches. And we
I
know in
think
IPL, it is important to have players who can play spin well. Like it's as simple as that.
I think if you got KL Rahul from one end, sort of just doing that job, I think that they're not that bad. I can't lie. I think this Delhi team is looking good, at least to me.
Both of you guys, are you guys starting Harry Brook over Faf?
Yeah, 100%. Faf doesn't have a spot.
I wouldn't, bro. I think Faf needs to start. Like right now, he still has the experience. He needs to start.
Bro, if see, that's a different conversation. From the Delhi management point of view, if you brought back Fraser McGurk for that money, there's no way you're not playing him ahead of Faf. It doesn't make sense.
Okay,
No,
like
but you can play
okay,
Faf
play
and Jason Mugger. That's
not
my whole
Faf,
point.
No, where do you
Faf
play
and
KL
Fraser
Rahul?
McGurk, one down KL Rahul,
No,
or
Don't
but
KL
play
see,
Rahul
KL
comes
Rahul,
take
bro.
a
KL
four
Rahul is
down.
not
Then
batting
you have a
anything.
middle order batsman also.
KL Rahul is opening the batting. There is no way KL Rahul can play any other position in T20 cricket. I just can't. I don't buy that at all.
well,
Like
to be fair, KL played number three before, and if
where
you're going
when
to have,
like are
but
we
my
going?
point
We're
is, if you're going to
going
have two explosive
10 years
batsmen
back.
coming, anyways, if you're having two explosive batsmen coming in the names of Faf and or even if you're going to take the idea of putting Harry Brooks, and let's say Faisal Magurk as openers, like I would rather have KL coming number three than opening, just for the fact that reading the situation played a bit better than just coming and having other. The point is, if you lose an early wicket, you need to have a player who can come in and slow it down.
Bro, I don't think in Delhi they're looking and they're thinking, oh, you know what, we might lose an early wicket. Let there be a number three player who's going to slow things down. If you're playing in Delhi and the way we saw the Delhi wicket act last year, it it's a small ground. They're thinking, you know what, go just score as much as you can. That's what they're thinking. They're not thinking, oh, let's try to keep it simple. I think if they want Rahul to score runs quickly, there's only one way he scores runs quickly, which is him batting in the power play.
But
If you
but the point is, just with the idea of coming in, let's all smash. I don't think any team works that way. I think you need to
I
have a
think
couple of players.
I don't think there's any team
SRH
that's
and
playing it.
Delhi
I think if
were
the I think Delhi works that way, and I think
yeah.
SRH works that way. I think there
Oh,
is
oh,
no
but we had players who used to play very slow. I'm sorry to say, even with Delhi, you had Markram, you had Tripathi to an extent who would play not that quick innings. Like Markram used to
Delhi.
play, take his time, read the situation. I'm talking about SRH last year when you brought them up. And even with Delhi, Punt used to be a guy who used to take it very slow. We had this
No, brother,
conversation.
Punt was struggling. There was no, he was not trying to play
Bro,
slowly
Punt
or
was
whatever.
very much trying to
Punt was
play the
struggling, bro. Like,
game. No, no, no.
bro,
I watched Delhi, and when he used to play, it was
bro,
not a question about struggling,
when
but he
they're
used to slow the
arguing,
game to
why,
an extent.
when they're scoring big, why would a number five, I mean, okay, he didn't bat at number five, but why would a middle order batsman for Delhi come and say, let's slow things down when they're going gun at the top? When you're getting
Rahul, but
amazing
the whole
starts from
point
your
is
top two.
when once in the middle order, you the same topic when we had with Maxwell. When the situation is where you have to read and play a game a bit slow, we've seen Maxwell come and
Mhm.
swing the bat, and we've all spoken how like you need to think and play in those situations. It's the
Yeah,
same thing. And number three, number four, at least if you're coming as a number three, number four, if the situation is where you have to play a bit slow, you'll have to play that situation. That's
I
my whole point.
understand that. I understand that. But my point is, Rishabh Pant, more often than not, came in situations where Fraser McGurk gave them a flying start last year.
And
It was
that's why
not.
he had the leeway to play it a bit more slow because
No, my
again, you
point is
also
you
have to
don't need
conserve
to. You're
wickets.
not in trouble. You're not in trouble. It's not like the asking rate is going insanely high because he's already given
Oh,
you a
it is not
flying
because
start.
you're in trouble, but it's because you can read the situation bit better and play.
There is
And
no
it's
situation to read, is my
the
point. My point is
the
there.
difference between Fraser Magar playing in the power play and smashing runs left center versus Rishabh Pant coming in the middle where you're generally facing spin. You'll have to play it out a bit better. There are two different situations. I don't think we can
Yeah, there are
compare
different situations, but
Punt's situation and reading the situation better than Fraser Magar. If as an opening batsman, you have the license to go smack the ball because you know there are seven batsmen coming after you. But when you're in the middle order, it is not that simple. Like I don't think it is that simple, and it's the
bro,
same situation.
I think what IPL is today, there is no thing of reading the situation unless like you're
Bro,
chasing
that's
and
over
you're
exaggerated. Come
you're
on,
in
that is a
trouble.
bit
No, no, no.
exaggerated.
Bro, I
Are you
can't
saying there
buy
is
the
no
fact
form of
that you
reading
have eight.
situations?
Bro, there is no way, like you're telling me in Delhi, after that guy is given you a blistering start, that you need to read the situation. There is no situation to read. He's given you a start, you carry on, you just keep going. There is no stopping. There is, if he's batted 5 6 overs, you have 14 overs left. You have Stubbs to come after. You have Porel to bat. You have all these guys. Aksar last season, Pant
Oh, Perez
himself
used to
is
come
there to
number
bat.
three though.
Uh,
Perez used to come number three, and
yeah, whatever I'm
after
saying, bro.
Punt,
Like
you had only
wherever he came to bat, if he's coming to bat after 8 9 overs, there's no. You've got 10 overs left. Just go. There's nothing to read. I don't think Rishabh Pant had the best IPLs last year. That's it. I think that was what it was. It was not a case of, oh, let me read the situation. Because if you're scoring that big in Delhi, like there's nothing to read. So
It is not
Rahul,
a question about reading, it's a question about saving, conserving wickets also, and that's what I'm coming to.
Rahul.
If the entire
So
team is in the idea of let me lose,
hmm,
yeah, if the entire team is in the
like I was
mentality
saying,
of
if
let me
Delhi really
swing and
wanted to
lose the
follow
wicket,
the ethos of
hmm,
okay, continue, Rishi, continue. My bad, my bad.
no, no, I was just looking at Harry Brooks' numbers. If
hmm.
Delhi really wanted to follow the ethos of going after the bowlers and just bring home as many runs as possible, Harry Brooks strikes at 123.
Yeah, see, Harry Brook does, but again, like I think we have to give context to Harry Brook's initial start to his career, which was not great. But I think in the last year or two, I think at least last year and a half, he's become England's best player across formats. And
Across
I think
tests, yes.
I think in every format and Test cricket also, it's not like he plays Test cricket conservatively. He plays his shots, and
Truth, he does. He does. You're
yeah,
telling me
and
he's in T20s he's been better than someone like Phil Salt? I don't think so.
I don't think he's been better than Phil Salt in T20s. I don't think he's England's best T20 player. I think he's England's best player across formats, and I don't think
Yeah,
Harry
that
Brook.
is covering. That's if it's covering 70% of tests.
No,
If you're like, I think
they
that is
play
a
they play more
big
Test cricket.
umbrella
What
to give
I
him.
can't help it if they're playing only Test cricket, bro. Like what can I say? But and I just genuinely think like even if you leave Harry Brook out of the conversation, bro, that is still a very explosive team. Like if Abhishek Porel
If you
just
bring
wants to
Faf in, yes, I completely agree. If Faf and Fraser Magog were to open, definitely. But then again,
dude,
you have to find a spot
if
for KL
I
Rahul.
don't. How does KL Rahul play anywhere other than open the batting? Like I don't
Three
remember.
or three or five. Absolutely no problem with that.
Five. Where does KL Rahul fit in at five?
three,
Rahul, if the
four,
mentality
five.
is to just come and swing, why don't it doesn't matter, right? If he has the firepower to come swing, he can swing
He
it.
doesn't
Like,
have the firepower to swing. My point is he needs to bat in the power play. There's
so
no
you're
other
saying
place
a
for him.
batsman who doesn't have the firepower or craft to play T20 cricket should be playing T20 cricket?
No, my point is, bro, like he can play. You've brought him in to captain your team. He will play. He's not going to play. So if
I
you're
mean,
going to
you
play
do
KL
have
Rahul,
captains there.
if
You
you're
do have
going to play KL Rahul, he has to open the batting. There's no other
that I
position.
agree, but
No,
I
yeah,
also
like of course, like his preferred position would be opening, but to be honest, I think he can do a good job coming down the order also.
Bro, they bought
I think
him
he'll be
for
like
so
I
much
think
money.
he will be the balance that they require. I think when the rest of them are going in fifth gear, sixth gear, I think someone needs to be there in the second,
Bro,
third
I
gear.
think Rahul plays that role if he needs to play that role. Like if there is wickets falling at the other end, but he still opens the batting. There's no way he's batting at three. Like
Hmm.
I just don't see it, bro. I don't think it's even a conversation they're having. Like I don't even think they're thinking about it. But yeah, I mean, we'll see where it goes. But
Maybe
yeah,
they should.
again, that's our take on Delhi and Mumbai. Um, good, but I think Delhi probably the strongest squad out of the two, with a lot of question marks over Mumbai, and it's looking like a pretty well-rounded squad. But we'll see how they fare. It's going to be an interesting watch both these teams. Thanks everyone for watching. Please do like and share the videos. Subscribe to Sports Kabri, and if we'll be back with the next couple of IPL teams in our next live. See you soon. Bye bye.